Today is Wednesday, May the 13th. I'm sorry this video is coming a little bit late. Volume was a little bit higher, looks like. We're going to look at our volume charts in a second, but it was the comments by the Fed chairman that said that we're really in deep shit without more stimulus money. And the Republicans, you know, are against stimulus spending, although Pelosi has come out with a $3 trillion stimulus proposal. So that's going to be interesting to see. But that caused us to tank by 2.17%. Really a lot of red in the Amazon did well. Merck. Other than that, it was pretty much red. So let's take a look at the other charts. This is our oscillator. And we did say yesterday that we are probably going to go lower because you had this point, you had this point, and you had this point. It was really leading for pressure to be lower. And so now the Dow Jones has dropped and we have dropped to below 100. We really are in a position now to go lower tomorrow. Look at this place where it stopped. Do we see any other down moves that stopped there? No. One. Just one. And it was a little bit lower. So we're going down tomorrow. The market now is really concerned about the increasing number of coronavirus deaths, about Fauci's testimony yesterday and Fed chairman's testimony today. Volume stacked looked like this. More volume. Look at this. This is more volume than all of last week and 2 weeks and 3 weeks prior. We only saw 2 of those days a couple of weeks ago, and one of them was a big selling day. But the number of the buying volume is decreasing steadily, and the selling volume is increasing steadily as well. Overall, the volume up and down looks like that, and our summation index, I believe, is still creeping up, although that's not the best chart. Our summation index actually took a drop down. So this is the second drop down for the summation index. I'm going to have to try to see why we're not seeing it. We are seeing it on this chart, but I want to extend this scale so we can see it a little bit better tomorrow. Now the charts. I'm only going to show you the 5-minute chart of the S&P because I did tell you that we were heading down towards, well, go on, let's look at the 1-day chart. Here's the 1-day chart. And I said that it was pretty much given that we are going down to get support on the cloud. And look at that, perfect support on the cloud. So we've got this one back here, which was May the 4th, and now we've got this one, May the 13th, which are perfect supports of the cloud. So when we look at the 5-minute, and this is a 5-minute, but I've made sure to show you the cloud. That's a 1-day cloud right there. You can do that in Motive Wave very easily. So now we took a bounce towards the end of the day off of the cloud, but that doesn't really mean a great deal. There's still a lot of attraction because of this 1 support, 2 support, 3 support. The next one is going to fail. And if you look at all the gaps that we've seen, this is a 5-minute. So it's really showing you the opening gaps on April the 29th, April the 30th, and so on. And you can see all of the gaps are pretty much in the same area. Why do we show a gap here? Yes, well, I don't know. Anyhow, all of the gaps are showing up in the same area. So we're definitely going to get some resistance somewhere between 28.57 and 28.66. Let's look at some of our other stocks, but we're looking for another test of the cloud tomorrow, and if we hit that, I'm pretty sure we're going down. Apple, down $2.41, finished its Gartley, and now it's going down. Caterpillar wasn't working with a Gartley, but it now has lost the cloud, and the Chiku span is just way down. So this is a stock that's in big trouble. If you're still holding on to it, the dividend is coming up. It's ex-dividend, but I hope you've got some good short calls. Home Depot, that was another Gartley that was completed, and down we go. Netflix had a, let's see, this was a shark pattern. Now we haven't ever looked at a shark pattern before, but a shark pattern is when C is 13% above A, and then D would be 13% below X. Now, do you really think that Netflix is going to actually crap this far? I don't, but that would take a tremendous blow to the stock market to cause that to happen. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. NVIDIA, you can see that there was actually a possibility of completing a Gartley in here, but this is the real Gartley target for this kind of a alternate bat pattern is 333. But if you look at this shaded area that MotiveWave drew, you might be led to believe that we've completed that Gartley and that NVIDIA will be going down. Smile Direct Club, Andy, is going down, you know that. Whirlpool down $2 in the cloud. Chikuspan looking for support somewhere around $100, pretty much in trouble. And the last one is W, and I still have a position there, support just above the 8. It was the only stock that finished, of my stocks that finished green today, but then in after hours it moved down 8 cents for a loss. So let's take a look now and say, where are we going? I do believe that Cloud Touch was just the first of many, and that the stock market breadth indicator is telling us that although we are in the oversold area, we sure as heck can go a lot lower. Look at this. This was when the market tanked the first time, and look at all the prolonged activity below this oversold line on the McClellan. This is where we're going. The best we can expect is a slight little reprieve tomorrow, but we're looking at Friday, and I don't think anybody wants to be holding big over the weekend, so we're going to be seeing a lot of selling.